Welcome to the process. It is Wednesday, May 19th. We have another 2-game play-in slate for you guys today. I'm excited to dive into it because we get to cap it all off with Warriors-Lakers, which should be a blast. It's good to see everybody here in chat. I already got the people here super early. So please, if you can, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. You know it helps me out a ton. Indiana game yesterday was a steaming pile of garbage. That did not go well at all. I watched the first half of Celtics Wiz. Didn't expect Boston to pull away like they did, but Bradley Beal clearly compromised. Not the best scenario for him right now. The Pacers Wizards game is going to be pretty wild. Anybody could take that one. Boston moves on, taking on Brooklyn, and I don't know. They don't have a chance, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Brooklyn's just going to smack them around. Big one out of Tatum, though. That's fun. That's fun. But we are on to the next one, guys. We're on to the next one. Spurs, Grizzlies in a game that I could not care less about. Hopefully the Grizzlies win because that's just more interesting. And then we get the big one tonight where... Man, I'm going to be tired tomorrow, but it'll be worth it. Because I got to stay up for that. Or at least for most of it. But we got a lot to talk about today. We're going to break down all 4 teams. I don't really have anything interesting to add from yesterday. That kind of just is what it is. There's not really any hot takes. So, let's see. We got 41 viewers, 20 likes. That'll work. Keep running that ratio up. Excuse me. But I think it's just time. I think we just have to dive in. So I've got my coffee, and I'm not going to lie. I'm really excited to drink it today. I'm very, yeah, Alex, you're right. I am tired. I'm very tired. So I ended up having to get up a little bit earlier than I wanted to yesterday, and I went to bed a little bit later than I would have liked. So I was dragging a little bit. Had some running around to do yesterday, so I didn't have any time to take a power nap. And then I was up a little later than I would have liked to watch the games last night. So today I'm up early. I'm dragging a little bit. I'm trying to wake myself up. So, because I know I'm going to be up pretty late tonight. So, announcement. No process show tomorrow. No process show for Friday. I can't do it we're not going to be doing it for the one gamers. So we'll be off tomorrow. We'll be off Friday. Clearly, we're not doing them Saturday and Sunday. We will be back then Monday. I assume we have bigger than a 1-game slate on Monday. So we will be back Monday for the process. Boom. But anyway, back to cheersing. Cheers, everybody. Grab your coffee, tea, water. If you're having a beer today, it would make a lot of sense to me, depending on who your team is. You might want to have a beer if you're a Wizards fan after that performance last night. And... I don't know, joints, ciggies, whatever you got today. Cheers, everybody. Good morning. I'm hoping that this coffee gets me started. Oh, man. Now, before I get started, I need to give a shout out to Monkey Knife Fight, the presenting sponsor of this show. If you use the promo code Awesemo, you can get 100% of an instant match deposit bonus. That means if you deposit $50, they will match with $50. If you deposit 100, they will match with 100. And if you deposit 200, they will match. Well, they won't match anything. They'll still just give you 100 because it's 100% up to $100. You should check it out. Go to Monkey Knife Fight. Mangle, who's my most exposed golfer for the PGA Championship? I don't know yet. I will build out my PGA stuff later this afternoon. But first, we need to talk about the Golden State Warriors. They've been running an 8-man rotation as of late. Let's just say their past 3 legitimate games that they didn't, rest everybody. I would be very surprised if they didn't run that same 8-man rotation today. It would be really weird to reintroduce someone in the most important game of the year. So, 38 minutes immediately go to Steph Curry. I don't get the sense that that's going to shock anybody. Kevon Looney against the Lakers, probably need the size. 30 feels like the upper bound, so I'm going to go 29. Draymond obviously plays the backup center run plus another 38. And I think that Andrew Wiggins also plays 38 minutes. That's where we're going to go for starters for the main 3 guys plus Looney. After that, we need to give Juan Toscano Anderson, Bazemore, Poole, and Mulder minutes. So let's think about it like this. Where's Golden State? There we go. All right, so Poole gets the backup point guard run, and then his scoring off the bench has been great as of late, but minutes are sort of all over the place. I'm going to give him 22 for now just to see where everybody actually shakes out. We'll say Juan Toscano Anderson. We'll say Bazemore gets 29. We'll say Juan Toscano Anderson gets 27. That feels about right to me. Yeah, 29. 27. I think that's okay. Maybe that should be 28. 28 for Juan Toscano Anderson. And that leaves me 18 minutes for Michael Mulder. Boom. Done. Am I loony for playing Looney as my main center? We'll find out. Let's grab some rates here for Golden State because we want to make sure we get Oubre off and particularly Wiseman off because that has really changed this team. Anybody else I need to take off here? I don't think so. Actually, we'll take Pascal off. He's a usage guy. And we'll take Chris off and Bell off. All right, that should be enough, I'm guessing. Yes. So, Steph, 38% usage with none of those main guys on the floor. We do not see any other change to his rates. Andrew Wiggins, 24% usage rate with those guys off the floor. Assist and rebounding rate looks fine. Draymond, 14% usage rate, so nothing crazy there. Does see a bit of an assist bump. And everything else looks fine. Looney will be the big one. 10% usage. And very little other changes. Bump his rebounding rate up a little bit. I think I could leave everybody else the same. Jordan Poole, good. Juan Toscano Anderson, good. Kent Bazemore, good. Yeah, I have no issues with the rest of it. So if we're looking at Golden State, Warriors are 5-point underdogs, 219 total. And I mean, they don't look great if we're being perfectly honest. You know, Curry, Draymond, Wiggins, no surprise, three best guys. Curry for 10-1 on DraftKings looks pretty good. $3,900 Looney on FanDuel might make some stuff work. We'll see how he shows up in the power rankings, but no surprise. Curry is at the top of the heap. I would say Draymond is ahead of Wiggins on FanDuel, and Wiggins for 6,600 on DraftKings can narrow the gap a little bit with Draymond. I'd say they're pretty equal on DK. Okay. Look, it's a bad matchup for Golden State. Pace down, good defense. Like, this is not a great spot for the Warriors. Now let's check out the Lake Show. Lakers, LeBron, AD, both probable, so nothing too crazy there, which means we kind of know what we need to do here. First man up is going to be Andre Drummond. I'm going to give him 22 minutes. I'm also going to give Dennis Schroeder 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes. He could probably play more. I just don't know how healthy he is. All right, so we're good so far. We'll give Caruso those backup minutes. We'll give KCP. He's playing a ton, so 32. Now the question becomes, this doesn't feel like a Marc Gasol game. It feels like more of a Montrezl Harrell game. But at the same time, I think it can go either direction. Because you're not going to want Marc Gasol out on the perimeter. It really does feel more like a Montrezl Harrell game more than a Gasol game. Or do they both play? They could just both play. I mean, honestly, if we're being perfectly clear here, if this game mattered a little bit more, I think it would be an AD game at the 5 more so than anything else. I just don't see Marc Gasol having a lot of utility with Steph out there. I don't think that's gonna work out well. I'm gonna go 14 minutes to Montrezl Harrell. I'm gonna go 12 to AD, and then I'm gonna go another 24 to AD. I think 36 minutes for these guys seems about right. We know that Keith isn't gonna play, so LeBron can go 24 and 10. I think 34 makes sense. Kuzma's minutes probably come back down to 24. I don't think that we see Ben McLemore anymore. So we got THT and Wes Matthews, and I think that they both play. So we'll do something like that. And now we're going to need new rates. But I don't know how good this is going to look for the Lakers. Is there anybody that I need to take off for the Lakers? Schroeder, no. Kuzma, no. Good. Markieff wouldn't matter. No, I think we're good here. So, man, we're going to hold Drummond at 23. AD usage rate on the season 29.5. LeBron usage rate on the season 32. The rest of these rates are all just going to be the same. These guys don't play differently. Kuzma can hold at 20. KCP can hold at 14. Dennis Schroeder can hold at 23. All right, so for the Lakers. Morning, Melvin. Cantor, good morning. Good morning. AD is 11K on FanDuel, 10-2 on DraftKings. That's a big price tag. That is a really, really, really big price tag. Let me look at something quick. Well, that's weird. Okay. Oh man. So the minutes that the Lakers can play are really, really tricky. I wouldn't have expected such poor pay up options today, but that appears to be where we're at. Like Steph on DraftKings is unquestionably my top play. I have him well ahead of AD, well ahead of LeBron. On FanDuel, it's a little closer between Steph and AD. Those blocks actually help AD quite a bit. But I think it's going to be a difficult priority to get to LeBron today, which doesn't make me feel good at all. Let's move it on to Memphis then, I guess. 86 viewers, 42 likes. Hey, we're below the oh right. Now we're back at the 50-50 ratio. If you guys can bump that ratio up a little bit more, that would be great. Grayson Allen is questionable with that abdominal injury. And if he can play, I assume he does play. So let's find out a little bit more about what we know here. Allen's missed the last 7. He had a really good day for practice. So I'm going to assume that Grayson Allen plays. Can't really see a reason why they wouldn't. Alrighty. Well, first up is going to be Ja. He's played 38 minutes a game in the 2 that mattered most. I'm going to assume that he plays 37 here. Don't want to go the full 38 because you don't want to over project. Joval is going to need to be out there quite a bit. I'm going to give him 32, which will give Brandon Clark the backup run. Jaren Jackson, he's going to play 30 if he can stay on the floor. And that will allow me to give 18 minutes of backup run to Slow-Mo with another 12. Dylan Brooks is going to be out there for a hot minute. That's 34. And Tyus Jones is going to back up, which means that we have 50 minutes for DeAnthony Melton, Desmond Bane, and Grayson Allen. Melton appears to be the guy that plays the least of those guys when it matters. So let's do 18, 18, and 14. Not fun at all projecting the Grizzlies. It's really just a chore as far as I'm concerned. I don't trust this team at all. Coffee today, guys. Perfect temperature. Absolutely. I feel like if I could bong it, I would, but I've seen that happen before and it didn't go well. It is so delicious right now. I needed it desperately. I didn't put any music on. There we go. Play that. There we go. All right, so let's get these rates and let's take off guys that don't play. So I'm going to take off Winslow. There's no Gorgie Jang any longer. What else we got? I think that's probably everybody I need to take off. So Ja, 27% usage rate. Good. Jaren Jackson is at 25% since he's been back. That can hold. Joval, 23.3 this year. Good. Slow-Mo, 18. Spot on. Final guy, Dylan Brooks, 25.4. One of Allen, Bane, or Melton's probably going to have a good day. I just don't know how you project them for it. Then we move it on. So what do we got going on for Memphis? Ja Morant, 7,500 on FanDuel. So that price is still low. I think we're going to Ja for sure. Joval at 8,700 on FanDuel. Not bad. Joval at 7,600 though on DraftKings. Ooh wee, that's your center for today, everybody. That is your center. Yeah, Jonas Valanciunas on DraftKings at 7,600 is my favorite play of DK so far. That's pretty massive. Second favorite play on FanDuel too. Everybody's going to need to get themselves some Joval today. And then we're on to San Antonio. Tough matchup for Joval, obviously, with Jakob Poeltl, but I That's actually a fun little matchup of offense defense. All right, for the Spurs, we know there's no Derek White. It doesn't matter if there's Trey Lyles. So let's close this out with the Spurs. DeJounte Murray, I assume, is playing 35 minutes like he normally does. And I think that Jakob Poeltl is going to play pretty big minutes as well. Murray hasn't played 36 in so long that I have to stick with 35. Drew Eubanks will get the backup center run. Keldon Johnson, I think, plays his pretty standard 28. It's a decent time to go to Rudy Gay now. A little more age out there. DeMar, I think 36 minutes seems pretty safe. Patty Mills, backup point guard run, plus some run at the 2. That leaves me 49 minutes for Devin Vassell, Lonnie Walker. So if we take Lonnie Walker to 29 and 20, I think both of those things look normal. Now let's pull some San Antonio rates and then run some crunches, because running crunches for this is the best part of it all. I think these lineups are going to look a lot better than they did yesterday. That's for sure. So we want to take Derek White off. And that's probably it for the Spurs. They don't have a lot of turnover. Good. Vassell, Eubank. Oh, yeah. Aldridge. That one is actually really important. Anybody else? I guess I'm going to take Samanic off since he's definitely not playing. All right, now let's start from the top. DeJounte Murray, 23.5% usage rate when those guys are off the floor. So I'm going to leave him normal. Assist rate is normal. Rebounding rate normal. DeMar, 28% usage rate. So he definitely sees the bump, which we knew. Also sees the assist rate bump. So it's going to be DeMar DeRozan time, in my opinion. Jakob Poeltl, 12.7. So no real changes there for Jake Puddle. Keldon Johnson, 21% usage rate. I don't totally trust that, but we'll be good. Lonnie Walker, 20. Rudy Gay, 22, I'm guessing. 23.5. All right. And then finally, Eubanks, 16. Doesn't matter. So for San Antonio, not really super fond of some of these guys. DeMar DeRozan for 7,500 on FanDuel looks good. DeMar DeRozan for 7K on DraftKings looks great. DeJounte Murray on FanDuel for 7,700 looks good. DeJounte Murray for 6,300 on DraftKings looks exceptional. San Antonio's prices are broken, everybody. Fully broken on DK. So it's looking like the top plays on DraftKings are going to be DeRozan and Murray, Curry, Joval, and Jakob Poeltl. On FanDuel, it's going to be DeRozan, Morant, Curry, not much else. 114 viewers, 60 likes. There are some of you here that are just simply slacking. Hit that thumbs up, everybody. Why not? Let's run some crunches. Let's figure out some optimal lineups. Where do we stand to start the day? All right. Optimal lineup on FanDuel. Woof. Steph Curry, Ja Morant, DeMar DeRozan, Lonnie Walker, Kyle Anderson, Keldon Johnson, Jaren Jackson, Rudy Gay, Joval. That is a full Grizzlies Spurs stack with Curry. That's wild. Wild stuff. Wow, I did not expect that. Full Grizzlies Spurs stack with Curry is the optimal lineup so far. Or you could flip-flop, take Kyle Anderson out, bring in LeBron, take Curry out, bring in Murray, take Rudy Gay out, bring Draymond, bring Jonas out, bring Looney in. This is nuts, though. That I didn't expect. So these power rankings are going to look, I think, pretty aggressive with not a lot of Lakers. Yeah, that very, very high priority to the non-Curry Draymonds of the world. And then you get, look at that pack at the bottom of Lakers. So we've got DeMar DeRozan, John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., Keldon Johnson, Lonnie Walker, Rudy Gay, Steph Curry, DeJounte Murray, Kyle Anderson, Draymond, Kuzma, AD, Schroeder, Wiggins, and you get Brooks and LeBron. Man, oh man. That's more than I was expecting. But it's the Lakers are tough. I don't know what their minutes are really going to look like, and I think that's kind of the problem because every other team is going to have just really big minutes. Alrighty. This will be for everybody else. I didn't do it yesterday, but we'll do it today. I'm going to run a crunch for the FanDuel single game stuff. Just to find optimal lineups for both of these games. So, San Antonio, Memphis, optimal lineup for single game contest. DeMar at MVP, Joval at star, John Morant at pro, Lonnie Walker, and Kyle Anderson. That is the optimal for the early game. And for Warriors, Lakers, optimal is Curry MVP, AD star, LeBron pro, Mulder plus Looney. Fair enough. Now we move on to DK. Do I really like Kuzma? Of course not. But he's 4K and value's value. Not a lot of pay down options in the playoffs. All right, optimal lineup on DraftKings. DeJounte Murray, Andrew Wiggins, Kyle Anderson, Jaren Jackson, Jakob Poeltl, Steph Curry, DeMar DeRozan, Kevon Looney. That one actually looks a little bit better. I like getting that mix of Warriors in there. No Lakers, though. It's Cantor, you're right, though. It's just a crappy product. And there it is. It's just not a really good format. That optimal looks pretty normal. Let's check out DraftKings power rankings now. I think we'll get a little bit more spread here. Whoa, KCP. You got a stupid price? Yeah, 4K. Kind of does. I couldn't even remember what the positions were. Jose, do you have how many minutes should Drummond be getting? All right, power rankings for DraftKings: DeMar DeRozan, DeJounte Murray, Jakob Poeltl, Kyle Anderson, Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins, Joval, Jaren Jackson Jr., Keldon Johnson, Dylan Brooks, KCP, John Morant, Rudy Gay, Lonnie Walker. Leighton, that's a good question. I hope so. JCW, it didn't. Yeah, that would be my response. Yeah, my response would be that did not happen. Weird. I think the Warriors' weakness is clearly defense, especially against players like AD and LeBron. Yeah, the Warriors have no defensive ability to stop LeBron and AD. All right, let's look at the single game stuff for DraftKings. We'll check out Showdown. Yeah, Jose, I think you're very mistaken for how much they're going to play Andre Drummond in games that matter. All right, here we go. First game of the night, San Antonio, Memphis. Showdown style. We'll go 3. Optimal lineup. DeMar captain, Drew Eubanks paydown with Jakob Poeltl, DeJounte Murray, Joval, and Ja Morant. That's kind of interesting. I like the Drew Eubanks paydown. I don't know if I like it combined with Jakob Poeltl, but that is the optimal on DK. But the one that everybody else is going to care about, Warriors Lakers optimal lineup. Steph captain, Kevon Looney, KCP, Wiggins, Draymond, and LeBron. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I figured one of LeBron or AD would get in there. That makes some sense. You do get in the third best lineup, so you would be giving up less than a fantasy point, but AD, Curry, and LeBron all get in there with a captain KCP, which I think is pretty interesting. So we hit on FanDuel single game and regular FanDuel. We hit on DK Showdown and regular DK. I think we did everything, guys. 2 games makes it easy. I don't have anything else I could do here. You know what? Just for the people that are watching. This is for you guys. For anybody that plays on Yahoo, we'll do the Yahoo optimal. We'll check out one more. Yahoo optimal lineup today. As of 7:02 a.m. DeJounte Murray, Andrew Wiggins, Ja Morant, Kyle Anderson, Jaren Jackson Jr., DeMar DeRozan, Joval, and Kevon Looney. Sure. Pay down with Looney at the flex. Everybody else is priced pretty appropriately. That's it, guys. I don't have anything else that I think that I can do right now. We've hit every site. The rotations and stuff for these teams were pretty easy. There's nothing too crazy going on. Center on the Lakers could be pretty important because it's basically like a better version of Len Gafford and Robin Lopez. That could go a couple different ways. Also, the wings for Memphis, if Grayson Allen is in, that will be another pretty big swing spot. But I think that's what I've got. That's all we've got here. Go back to full screen. That's everything, everybody. We had a very good rise and grind session here. Cantor, I don't speak that name any longer. I'm so pumped to watch these games tonight. So strategy contenders videos are coming out shortly. Strategy show with Laffy at 10, and then I will be back tonight for Live Before Lock 6:30 to 7:30 with Greg Ehrenberg. So tune into that one. I think that's it, everybody. But yeah, I'll be back for Live Before Lock, so you'll get final updates and final thoughts on the show tonight. Good stuff, though. I'm excited. Obviously, Warriors-Lakers is just going to be a massive game. I hope that I could stay up long enough, or I hope that it's such a blowout in the first half that I can go to sleep and not regret it. So that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to Monkey Knife Fight once again. Like button on your way out the door if you can. I appreciate you guys a ton. No more process shows until Monday. We can't be doing this stuff on One Gamers, and I am certainly not waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning on the weekend. So good luck. Thank you guys. I will see you next week.